Citizens of the Reject Nation, we are here for the Doctor Who 16th anniversary special, part 3 today. So excited. Two things that I gotta tell you are very important. One, Tad under the weather, but I am jacked up on G Fuel right now. Two is that the Real Rejects have launched a brand new shirt today. Just finished it a couple of days ago. I've been working on this for a while. Take a look at his Doctor Who inspired. We called this the Wibbly Wobbly Timey Wimey, the Doctor's Lexicon t-shirt. It is the TARDIS full of a bunch of Doctor Who quotes, graffitied, and all that glorious work. My sister actually developed this one, and it's been a shirt that I've been wanting the Real Rejects to have for quite some time now. I figured, why not launch it now since the specials are airing? It's one of the best ways to support the channel. We also got a bunch of other t-shirts, but go ahead, Whovians, buy this shirt because it'll be in the mail for us next week. Can't wait to be wearing it. Anyway, guys, leave a like on this video. It'd be very much appreciated. Also, big thank you to Eric over at Nerdchronic for editing down these reaction highlights for us for Doctor Who. He is also one of the main people in charge of the website Passion Fruit, which goes to help support other reaction channels. I've done an interview there myself, as well as many other reactors. Full-length Regeneration watch along where you stick with your own copy of Doctor Who available for our Super 6 Rejects over at our Patreon page. Over there, you can catch full-length reaction watch along, but we also cover several shows exclusive over there with highlights and watch alongs included. We cover most of our Doctor Who reactions over there as well. John, are you okay? You good?
I'm traumatized already, G. Let's do this.
Let's get to it.
Going to the past?
Wonder Emporium.
Yeah, I was going to say, where's Megorium?
There he is.
Behold, we have everything you could be wanted. We have dolls.
Yeah.
We have the teddy bears and the Hobbyhorsen. Who does not want a Hobbyhorsen to go clippity-clop down the Strasse, yeah?
I want the Hobbyhorsen to go clippity-clop down the Strassen.
Stooky Bill, meine Favoriten, poor Stooky Sue, and the poor Stooky babies, you would leave them without Papa.
Cruel man, you.
Apologize for the rain. You must be used to sunnier climes.
Oh, what does that mean, buddy?
Cheltenham.
Being a German racist.
I hope the kiddies enjoy him.
He's having a lot of fun with the German isms.
May God go with us.
There, but by the grace of God go I.
The hordes of television.
Ooh.
I did it, Charlie, I did it.
The Nickelodeon.
That is a jump scare.
That wee chap's about to change the world.
I like this guy's spirit. Big titles.
Russo Brothers text.
Wasteland Doctor.
Again, man, this season been throwing down for practical effects and stunts.
What are you doing? I can't drive. Okay, so, which means I'm paid for this road, and I will do with it what I like. You'll get yourself
Agreed.
killed. It's my life, not yours.
There he is.
Uh-oh.
Everyone started thinking they're right.
Including me.
Well, not me.
What?
I've always been right.
That's right, you have. Die on that hill, buddy.
Oh, now he's French.
Ce soir. Oh.
UNIT.
Get him to safety. I want my granddad safe, all right? You got that?
Yes, ma'am. We'll keep your family safe.
Yeah. Protect Wilf at all costs.
He does not remember the Toymaker. That's a great shot. I didn't even notice the TARDIS till later.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got themselves an Avengers Tower.
Johnny, you can't be serious. And Kate Lethbridge Stewart.
And don't call me Shirley.
Your father working night and day to keep UNIT secret, and look at you now, out and proud and defending the Earth.
Oh, never mind.
Serious hug.
Robots and insects and yetis and clones, but what do we do this time, Doctor? How do we fight the human race?
All those Easter eggs listed.
Jeez. Getting down to business.
Does a minute need all the statistics? Oh, no way.
Hey.
Oh, that is the best news, Melanie. Hello.
Legacy character,
Legacy
I assume.
character, let's go!
Yeah.
Hey!
Basically, every single human being thinks they're right and won't be told otherwise.
Oh no.
What do I care? Why should I care about you?
No change there, then.
Hey, watch the political commentary.
Politicians are right there,
Hey.
public servants.
That's my brain activity. Seems normal, albeit slightly heightened.
That's Kate's brain. Oh my God, she's racist.
Hello?
How are you?
Fine.
Busy day?
Well, she
Why do you want
seems
to know?
Music
So
is
defensive.
overpowering.
Right, and I think it's highly relevant that the person demanding information from me is an alien
I think she makes a fair point. No?
Yeah, I think she's right.
in that chair.
I've seen you walk. I've seen you walking. Don't deny it.
You bigot.
It's about time you heard the truth.
Activate T-Dex.
Deactivate Karen mode.
So the bracelet is a metaphor for the vaccine?
It's the facade we put on ourselves to mask our prejudices.
I'm so sorry.
Absolutely no need.
This happens every time you demonstrate that. I'm used to it.
I'm wearing a Z-Dex just in case, but I've been fine. Well, no more opinionated than usual.
Oh, TARDIS energy or something.
Long-term travel in the TARDIS puts you out of sync.
Yeah, see?
They are using this to control us and monitor us and microwave our brains. I am anti-Z-Dex.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, it is a metaphor.
It is a vax. Oh no.
But COSAT is clean. We've checked and double-checked. It's not like the old Archangel network. There's nothing hiding in that signal.
Archangel! Clap for reference.
References! Put one on the board.
Maybe it's music.
It's tabs.
La 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 la.
Oh.
It's a musical palindrome.
Kegjekek.
Forward arpeggio. Everyone knows arpeggios. It's a basic tune.
I don't even know what arpeggio means.
So familiar. It's like it's been buried in my head for years.
Have you ever taken a piano lesson?
Oh, it's not a tune.
Start of television.
It's a laugh.
Stooky Bill. The first face to ever appear on television. Put there by John Logie Baird himself.
Is it accurate to history?
I don't know. I never heard these names before.
Into television itself, and every picture ever since. Every single one.
Everyone and everywhere, he's inside them all.
Since the very first existence of television.
Television is brainwashing us.
The idiot box.
But something on that scale over so many years, who could do that?
Puppet's just a puppet. We're looking for the puppeteer.
The maker of the puppet toy.
The human race might be clever and bright and brilliant. It's also savage and venal and relentless.
Yeah.
The lies, the righteousness, that's human. That's you. That's who you are.
And it's all because of the TV.
Using your intelligence to be stupid.
Ooh.
I love that
That's
line.
a bar, yeah.
Something else is using your worst attributes.
Ooh.
Playing with you
A game.
like toys.
Oh, who could do such a thing?
I fed the COSAT fake coordinates, so it's coming into UK orbit. Within range in 3 minutes.
You're brilliant.
Killing it.
Hi.
Why does he give them names? Should just call you like number 5.
I'm not even gonna bother to learn your name. There'll be another one of you next season.
Time to go home. So I got a lift off a Zingo and came back to Earth. I've got nothing.
Oh.
My family are all gone. Remember?
Yeah, Doctor. Do you remember?
But then Kate offered me a job and here I am.
I love how Kate offers the old companions jobs.
Yeah.
You should think about joining UNIT.
How much per
There
year?
you go.
60,000.
Jesus.
120
All right.
plus 5 weeks holiday.
Done.
Damn, dude.
Jesus.
Donna the negotiator.
I just keep thinking, all this time, you've never mentioned her.
Doesn't mention anything.
I'm a billion years old. If I still talk about everyone I'd ever met, we'd still be in the TARDIS yapping.
You'll never talk about Donna.
I saw you, Doctor. I got a glimpse inside your mind.
Yeah.
And it's like you're staggering. Maybe that's why your old face came back. You're wearing yourself out.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that whole link. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is as peculiar, isn't it?
The ball is the first game ever being invented. And now everybody loves the ball.
Love balls.
Donna, go back to the TARDIS. Go back to the TARDIS.
You never tell me to do that.
Oh, but he is recognizing me. Are you not get pleased, Herr Doctor? After so many years.
Who is he?
Not the master. Oh, damn. We're bringing back... Oh, shit.
Snap.
We're actually doing flashbacks. Did they color that in?
It looked like it.
But think, if the ball was the very first game, what was the second? Hide and seek!
That came after the ball? Oh, good.
Oh, how fun.
No, don't laugh.
Now you're in a Pac-Man hallway.
We've stepped inside his domain, and it's governed by the rules of play.
Yes.
It's like messing with Mysterio.
This is impossible. How does it exist?
That's what unravels me.
It's an illusion.
When I was young, I was so sure of myself, I made a terrible mistake.
When I was young, but I look so old.
I let the TARDIS fall into another realm. A hollow beneath the under-universe.
The Hollow Earth. Oh,
Where science is a game and all of us are toys.
that sounds awesome.
I beat the Toymaker, I won his game, but now he's here. And I think it's all because of me.
It's gotta be.
I cast that sword at the edge of the universe. I played a game and let him in.
Oh,
An
damn.
elemental force with the power of a god, and he's driven the human race mad with a puppet.
Direct consequences from the last episode.
Oh, Sonic and TARDIS and Time Lord, take that away. What am I now?
Just a lost child.
I don't know if I could save your life this time.
Maybe I'll save you.
Aw, I hope so, Donna.
Odds on I'll lose next time.
No, doesn't work like that.
You're the doctor, man.
Because my dad used to say, dice don't know what the dice did last time.
That's true.
Games don't have a memory.
Dice don't know what the dice do last time. That's a clever.
Doctor!
That was really smart of you. Let's just immediately.
It's okay. You gotta keep the game progressing. You gotta make a choice.
Immediately.
Any choice.
Just left out of behind.
Come here, I've got you. What is it? What happened?
I bought a toy and I paid the price.
Ready? Up.
Ooh. Why is he wrapped in that paper? Does he have like a dummy body?
Back to the shop.
He does!
So, yeah, that's cool. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I got some strings to hold me up.
Cool.
Oh, creepy.
How's the stop?
That's pretty neat, man. I love that.
It's demented jigsaw. Oh, yeah.
Do you like my puppets, Doctor?
It's like reprising the role from The Matrix.
Oh,
Whoa.
Yes, he is. Someone's gonna make merch out of the Doctor Dummy.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah.
I'm poor Sticky Sue.
Sticky Sue.
I'm Sticky Sue.
They took my bill away. I'm on him every day.
Bars.
Now the Stooky Babbies weep. Stooky Babbies can't sleep. They miss their kiss goodnight. They greet in the endless night.
Stooky impossible. The Stooky Bobbies.
Kill those babies.
Kill the Babbies.
Seen the widow cry, and now it's time to die. My name's Donna. Now I think that you're a goner.
Bars, Donna.
Oh, she,
Playing the
she thought
game.
of that on the spot.
God, I'm gonna miss this.
The show is just beginning. Worldwide premiere.
This is so whimsical.
Let me tell you what happened when the doctor, he was leaving you. He met a friend called Amy Pond.
Oh, whoa.
You're gonna learn about all the companions.
Amy Pond was touched by the weeping angel.
Oh.
She died.
What?
She died of old age.
That's not how it happened, man.
That's all right then. Clara.
Clara. You skipped Rory.
She was killed by a bird.
Raven.
She still survives in her last second of life.
Well, that's all right then. Bill. Not Stooky Bill, but Lady Bill.
Wow, these are just feature action
Was
figures.
killed by the Cybermen.
Aw.
They do all die.
Her consciousness
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
No one walks out just happily ever after.
Divlox.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jodie Whittaker had like 14 companions.
Divlox was killing everything.
More or less.
I challenge you to a game.
Now he mad.
I came to this universe with such delight. And I played them all, Doctor.
There's Neil Patrick
magic
Harris
skills.
The master was dying and begged for his life with one final game. And when he lost, I sealed him for all eternity inside my gold tooth.
Oh, those teeth. Oh.
Their face. The one who waits.
That's a weird
I saw
insert.
it, hiding, and I ran.
What do you mean?
That's someone else's game.
It's coming back.
Are we teasing some future episode?
I made every opinion supreme. That's the game of the 21st century.
Sure.
Shout, and they type, and they cancel.
Cancel culture!
You choose. I'll go first.
But he'll cheat.
No. Shame. That's the one thing you won't do. The only rules the Toymaker follows are the rules of the game. They bind his entire existence.
But does he create the rules of the game?
Yeah. King's High.
I'm the king.
I won the game. Many years ago. You won today. Which leaves us equal. Two players are bound by one inviolable rule.
Best
Two out of three.
Best of three. Best of three. Then let's make it 2023.
That's our year.
Oh my god. I wish we could just check back in with these two every, 5-10 years.
Woo!
Goodbye.
Whoa!
Goodbye, grim old place.
Whoa, that was great.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Something entered this world in 1925. I don't know how.
Oof.
And I warn you, this thing can get from 1925 to now like stepping through a door. An elemental force. Beyond the rules of the universe.
The Parker Brothers.
Could you turn that off, please?
Who is that?
No one turns the Spice Girls off. Oh, yes. Get all of them. Get the German one, the French one, the British one. Spice up your life. Oh! Oh my god. Mel?
And that's how that companion died.
Yeah. Whoa! Everything, everywhere, all at Doctor Who. All at Punchline.
Oh my god, it's like Thanos with the Reality Stone.
Boom. And American Beauty. Up your life. People of the world, spice up your life. Aww.
How demented. I need more flowers in my garden.
Yes.
How does he do that?
If I told you he manipulates atoms with the power of thought, would you believe it?
Is that what he does?
Oh my god. He's got the galvanic beam.
There's a game.
How I am liking this. The gun, mit the laser, und the bang, und the boom.
Und the bang, und the boom.
He's like Riddler and Joker combined.
I don't understand why you're so small.
What? Don't call me that.
You know full well this is merely a face concealing a vastness that will never cease because your good and your bad are nothing to me.
Good or bad is subjective.
And you know full well that I've had many faces, containing something far more.
But why this face?
So come with me.
Come with me now.
We can take your games back to the stars. We can play across the cosmos.
Forever.
We can be celestial.
The Time Lord and the Toymaker.
Infinite games.
Infinite
Now
prizes.
that would be something special.
Yeah.
And yet, I have fallen in love with humanity.
Sure you have.
Shackled to their bedrooms with their joysticks and their buttons.
Suffer the
You make
little
games
children.
out of bricks falling upon other bricks. You are exceptional.
The dating and ghosting, the deceit and the control, you make me dizzy.
The dark complexity of the humans.
Your fight is with me! One more game!
Yo!
Whoa! What is in a galvanic beam?
I played the second game with this doctor.
Is this going to lead to the regeneration?
Oh!
Game with the next doctor.
What a transition. Damn, are we doing it now?
He's not dying alone.
This is right now?
I
Feels
guess.
sudden.
I'm going to be with him.
So am I.
And my axe.
It's not dying.
I know. But you're going to be someone else.
Soak up some of that Time Lord juice.
Doesn't matter who. Because every single one of you is fantastic.
Eccleston used to say that. Fantastic.
Here we go again.
Oh no, I'm not ready.
Allons-y. I don't think it's gonna happen.
They're messing with us.
Pull.
Pull my finger.
What?
And you.
What do you mean?
Just pull.
Is
Each
he,
way.
is he like a party
I don't
popper
know.
now?
Feels different this time.
Can he stretch?
What? Whoa. What?
What?
Is it like a binary situation?
I guess maybe? Or a non-binary.
And then, there could be two doctors?
A quadinary?
You're me.
I'm you.
I'm me.
What a way to introduce.
No, I'm me.
Really me. Completely me. Don't just stand there. Push.
Oh, this is
Push.
changing up the way we go about Doctor Who
Yeah.
for sure.
New regeneration rules. He's got pants on? He's not. In his tighties. It's good.
Someone tell me what the hell is going on here?
Ooh.
How did that happen?
Bi-generation.
Oh.
I have bi-generated. Bi-generation is supposed to be a myth, but...
By generation.
Get the Mythbusters here.
I think you're beautiful.
Still beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you come in a range of colours?
Yes.
I could play this for 100 years. I'll have vast meadows of doctor, and I'll never get bored because
I challenge you to a game.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the doctor.
And I'm the doctor.
And according to the rules, you can't say no. It's your game. And you did this.
This is so bizarre.
Name your challenge, Doctor.
The first game ever.
The ball.
Yes.
Catch. It's a simple game, really, but I think if you
Wow.
drop it, you lose.
Don't drop it.
Nice. Do it like a hacky sack.
I really wonder how people are going to respond to this rule.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey! I'm so sorry.
Interesting. Not bad. Ugh. Alley-oop. You know, this is a pretty epic game of catch. One might even call it legendary.
Wait for it.
Ah, ha, ha, ha. Ooh, no, best 4 out of 5.
And my prize, Toymaker, is to banish you from existence forever.
What?
It's not.
Oh.
Can't.
This is just like his role in the Matrix.
Is he making him a flat Stanley?
My legions are coming.
Legions of Liebchens.
Legions?
We did it. But how many died down there?
That's not your fault.
You're just Ken.
Yeah.
Aww.
It's okay.
Masculine tenderness. I like it. Aww. Literally get to embrace yourself. Oh, the master
Master
will return.
lives. Who just grabbed it?
Whose hand is that?
Who just grabbed it?
You're thin as a pin, love. You've been running on fumes.
That's what I keep saying.
Oh, so we're like starting anew with this guy.
Yeah.
That doctor that first met the Toymaker never, ever stopped.
That very first
Put on trial,
doctor.
exiled, key to time, all the devastation of Logopolis.
All those classic episodes.
River Song.
River Song.
Sarah Jane has gone. Can you believe that for a second?
But her chronicles.
I loved her. End Rose. But the Time War, Pandorica, Mavic Chen.
We're saying goodbye to a whole era.
You're fine. I'm fine because you fix yourself. We're Time Lords. We're doing rehab out of order.
Ooh.
You're saying you need to stop.
You need to take a chill pill, relax.
Because you know what I did? I lived day after day after day.
It would drive me mad.
Yeah, it does us all.
It does. The one adventure you've never had.
Whoa.
You changed your face.
Because we're in love.
Do you know why?
Because she can show him the path to chilling out.
Aww. Finally come to dinner.
I'm still having a hard time wrapping my head around this whole bi-generation thing.
But I could never let the TARDIS go.
What if?
What if?
Oh. Oh, what do you got?
Gotta get some pants.
Hey, watch this. Watch this. Watch. Stand back. Stand back. Wish me luck. What for? We won the game. You get a prize, honey. Here is mine.
Oh, what is happening? What is happening?
I cannot wrap my head around this.
Oh my god. Everybody gets a series.
Oh, look.
Hey, a ramp. Woke. Oh, he's got the jukebox.
It's nothing but Leonard Skinner tunes on there.
It's all Freebird.
Now, you two, if you don't mind, there is a great big universe out there calling, and I've got to get going. So off you pop, old man.
He's younger, because you came after him, so you're the older doctor.
Okay, kid.
Old white guy always wins. Oh, how cool.
Charlie, don't suppose you've seen this before? Don't see it often myself.
And don't call me Shirley.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Oh, and the one with the flowers is a chicken.
I still feel like we're going to be following the doctor.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Tennant, you know.
With my best friend, my brother-in-law, the evil stepmother.
Oh, I have barely begun.
And Mad Auntie Mel.
Mad Auntie Mel.
And Grandpa Wilf.
And Grandad, where is he? Oh, he's off shooting moles.
There he is now.
Wilf lives.
Funny thing is, I fought all those battles for all those years. And now I know what for.
To retire.
I've never been so happy in my life.
Oh, buddy. What do we got? Toss a coin in that jukebox.
So interesting. We thought Timeless Child changed up the lore.
Yeah, I know. They're like, hey.
David's like, I'm going to one up y'all.
Yeah, we're not resetting shit, all right? Destination Christmas.
That's something to wrap your goddamn head around, that's for sure. Alrighty, well, I've got a lot of praise.
Okay.
And I've got a lot of questions.
Sure.
That might lead to criticisms depending on the answers specifically John gives me.
Wow, you hate Doctor Who.
No, not at all. I actually quite enjoyed the hell out of this episode. My criticisms will be mild. There'll be more concerns depending on the answers John gives me.
I have so many answers, G.
This is why we need an ending explained.
Yes. Honestly, I mean, for something like this, yeah, it is sort of like, what are the rules exactly?
I could use it. Let's unpack our feelings as we go. Before we go into any of that, just another reminder that one of the best ways to support the channel is RegenerationShop.com, where you can get yourself some RR apparel. And we got shirts like the Child Protection Services for Pedro Pascal, Baby Grogu, Space Babies of the Galaxy. But of course, we got our recently launched Doctor Who t-shirt. Yeah, baby. Out on Zero. Bunch of other quotes decked out on the TARDIS. Also, if you're listening to this on Apple and Spotify, please rate this video. Now, John.
I'm John.
You're John. Here's what I loved. I love the madcapness of this episode.
Yes.
I thought it was a lot of fun. I think these specials, I quite enjoyed all of them. My favorite would still probably be Wild Blue Yonder. And this would be, it would go 2, 3, 1 for me.
I think I agree. I like them all, but I like them in that order.
I like them in that order specifically. But I loved how this had a little bit of that absurdist horror. I thought Neil Patrick Harris was a lot of fun. I thought I'd be distracted that it was Neil Patrick Harris the whole time. Just like in the Matrix movie.
Sure.
Where I was really distracted. I don't remember what his character was. It wasn't the architect. It was something else.
The analyst.
Yeah. So I always just go, I don't know why I really got gripes with him in that movie for some reason. I was so distracted that it was Neil Patrick Harris the entire time. But anyway, that's beside the point. I believed him as the character of the Toymaker here. And I thought he had so much fun with the different accents that he was doing. Like he brought his stage presence to life here, I thought. And I thought he was a great delight and a wonderful foil for the Doctor.
Oh, yeah.
And every account. And in terms of like what they did with the Regeneration, there were so many moments that I thought were very tender and touching. You know, like what's his name? 15th Doctor?
Ncuti Gatwa.
Yeah, okay. It's gonna be a while before I call him that. Let's call him 15 for a while.
15.
All right.
Dr. G.
I'll remember it by next week. All right.
You got this.
So 15th Doctor. When like 15th hugged 14. I thought that was a really sweet moment because the only one who could really understand the pain would be 15. 14 being able to say there are things contextually that even outside of my questions that I really love. Like, you know, you had 1 through 8 Doctor show canceled or ended or whatever, right? I don't know.
Prolonged break.
Took a prolonged break. There's a movie in between and some other stories they told. And then they come back with 9.
Yeah.
And now they've ended this era from 9 to 14. They've ended that era, essentially, the story at least, because they're going to start over with 15.
Yes.
You know, so I love how we got to have certain goodbyes. You know, Tennant got Rose. You know what I just realized? They never mentioned Martha. And all that companion talk.
Yeah, that's
right.
They
mentioned Rose. They mentioned Bill. They mentioned Amy.
They mentioned Rose, Bill, Amy, and...
they didn't mention any of Whittaker's.
No.
Whittaker had like 12 companions.
Yeah, and I guess for the most part, they're mostly fine, I guess. So that's a little different. Like, I guess of all the companions, they don't have the harshest lives to get back to.
Still did not mention any of them.
Sure, yeah.
And
I'm surprised that they would overlook Martha because she was a good one.
What happened with her? She ended up with Mickey or some shit. I forget. Like she does something. What does it matter?
Yeah.
So I loved 15th's performance. You know, you're gonna get both in this one episode.
Yeah.
And you really got to distinguish them. And I enjoyed his introductory performance quite a bit. And he takes command of the screen, felt comfortable, and I loved that Tennant was really sharing the screen with him. And it was interesting because a lot of times when you get, you know, your collabs with the Doctors, it's you've been take the other special when you had Smith and Tennant.
Yeah,
you know, you've been hanging out with Smith for a while, then Tennant comes back, and it's the nostalgic crossover element of, hey, look at these two crossing over together, and this is completely different. Where I am literally going to be sharing the screen with you whilst introducing you to the world.
Yeah.
It's a completely different gamble. Yeah, that's a very hard thing. I imagine what's his name? 15.
Ncuti Gatwa.
Ncuti Gatwa?
Yeah.
Ncuti. We can start there.
I think it's yeah.
We can start with Ncuti.
Ncuti.
Let's ignore the last name.
Okay.
Gatwa?
Gatwa.
Ncuti.
The last name's the easy part. It's
Ncuti sounds way easier to me.
Well,
to say.
it's when you look at it, it's spelled Ncuti. So it's for us
don't
Americans.
throw that on my
screws
brain,
everything
John.
up. Yeah.
Don't throw that on my name.
Yeah.
Ncuti.
Ncuti Gatwa.
I can remember Ncuti because I imagine it spelled totally different.
Sure.
Ncuti.
Phonetics.
Excuse me, guys.
Use
I'm
that
a little
phonetic
under the
spelling.
weather. Stomach is also killing me. I got this like big stomach pain bloat happening at the same time.
You were in the
So
worst
I'm
shape
too-
imaginable, but Doctor
But
Who.
I'm willing to keep going.
Still bringing the joy.
I got to do this. So Ncuti.
Yes.
Yeah, everything about his performance was great, and I think that for him to be introduced here, I'm like, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what he does. There was so much I really loved about it.
Yeah.
What'd you think, John? Before I get to my question,
I enjoyed this verily. I enjoyed this quite a bit. This has, I think it's
my last thing before I forget. Before I just let myself settle
Please
with
have it.
my little
Please.
symptoms for a
Please
while.
go.
Please,
Go,
I'm
go,
sorry,
go.
John.
Get it out.
We discussed this prior. So okay,
Yeah.
the how like Rose had a tragic ending in some ways, right? Initially,
Yeah.
but then she got to be off with Tennant.
Yeah.
And Donna had tragedy befall her in a lot of ways, and there was a darkness to her. You know, if she remembers, she'll die.
Meta crisis, all that. Yeah.
But she's able to. They're able to have this like sweet tenderness. Like who knows how long 14 would be there, but this is the exact antithesis to the kind of life that the Doctor never thought he'd be able to live.
Yeah.
And now he gets to have the opportunity to live that. And I
Yeah.
think that is so sweet and unexpected, and a big part of why I like the choice of what they did.
Yeah. You get the sense that he actually gets to rest for the first time. The Doctor rests.
And now,
as you should.
Now I'll let you talk for a little bit before we
little
get to
bit,
the questions.
before
Thank
we
you,
get
John.
to the thick stuff. No, I've like I said, and we've touched on, really enjoyed all three of these specials, and it's been such a lovely thing to have David Tennant and Catherine Tate back, especially, and all of our sort of surrounding players in UNIT and things like that, both new and old. And yeah, this was an episode that certainly, I think they did a nice kind of trio here that's proportionate in that, yeah, you have the first episode, which is very much kind of doing, I don't know, it felt kind of like a synthesis of the Whittaker reintroduction, but going back to the tone of the Tennant era especially. And yeah, you're kind of dealing with a terrestrial thing here at home. Then in the second one, you're dealing with an isolated, very sci-fi thing out in the future. And then these two episodes, the middle and the last one, both go into the past for certain little historical details, which I thought was really nice. And apparently, I think his name was John Logie Baird, is a real guy. That whole thing with the TV is, based on actual history. Stooky Bill is a real, a puppet from history. I love when they do that stuff. And yeah, this episode had especially a lot of just the aesthetics that appealed to me directly, of, like you pointed out, the sort of like trippy gothic stuff they're doing when they're in like the infinite Scooby-Doo hallway, and you've got the demented mannequin, ventriloquist dummy dolls, and yeah, you've got these like circus elements and stuff like that. I really enjoyed the whimsy and the madcapness of the Toymaker and his presence here. And yeah, I think that NPH, it can go either way, because I'm a fan, I enjoy him, but yeah, it depends on what the thing is. And there are certain things you watch where you're like, yeah, he's perfect for this, and he blends in really nicely with everything around. And then there are some things, like I get your point with The Matrix, where it is like, kind of aware of that I'm watching you specifically, and I get that maybe that's part of the point, but I think that plays better here because, yeah, like, you're watching MPH and he is big, but I liked that he clearly, brought all of his, utmost showmanship and flamboyance, and I like the whole thing with the accents going back from the German to, the French a little bit. I don't know much about the original Toymaker other than learning that it was Michael Gough, who's, a prolific British actor, was Alfred in the Tim Burton Batmans and stuff.
That's who that was.
Yeah, and that character was like a kind of an Asian stereotype. So they, adjusted it.
Fu Manchu?
Kinda, yeah.
That would have been way better.
Yeah, we just have Neil Patrick Harris going all Cloud Atlas on us. But yeah, like I thought that they tempered the history.
Have you seen Cloud Atlas?
I have not. I
Then
just know.
you are speaking out of line,
I just know
John.
that Asian face plot line had everybody really, really, really appreciative.
You
of
must
cinema.
experience context before declaring correct context.
I want to see it. But yeah, I liked his presence. I liked what he brought. I liked
the movie does do that.
The way they adjust. I get the choice from the outside from the vague things I've heard, but maybe problematic, maybe problematic. But yeah, I like the way that they updated from what I understand, the little I know about the original character from way back in, the beginnings of Doctor Who. I liked what they updated him to here. And yeah, I like that it was something that is largely here in the present with our major characters kind of reconnecting to, here's our ensemble commemorating all the time that we have spent together, especially with UNIT, bringing back old companions. And we did see Mel briefly at like the companion support group at the end of the Whittaker season. She's not one of the ones that like I don't think is like coming back and helping directly because we had the other two. But yeah, like all those things were nice. And yeah, I if anything, I was just like, man, I could do with another like 15 minutes on this because the third act like it's Doctor Who, so the third act is truncated and it's a special. It's longer than a normal episode, but it's still like 55 minutes. And I'm like, man, this is the time where you could go for an hour 10 or something like that. And I bought most everything. I do have questions about stuff. I like generally that they're making some of these choices though, just because. I mean, yeah, they're obviously nodding to certain aspects of our culture, especially with the whole motif they used of the Toymaker, creating this game where everybody basically assumes that they are just like of the utmost authority and everyone assumes that they're correct in all of their opinions, and that sort of boiling over into chaos. That's very relevant to our times and whatnot.
How?
Because I'm right and I said so. And you shouldn't question me when I'm speaking because I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, like I like all that stuff, and I like that, in coming back to Tennant with these 3 episodes and Catherine Tate, going back to something lovely and familiar, you're kind of able to have your cake and eat it too, because throughout the tone and the themes, they've been like, no, we are not going to stop, addressing the real world and creating these, they're not like the most deeply veiled allegories, but, like stuff that obviously has touchstones to modern life. We're not going to stop doing that. And so I
thought they were super subtle in this episode.
They were the subtlest. But I do, I'm of two minds. I'm bi-generated now because part of me, and I know there was so much with the Timeless Child that people don't like. It's always hazardous when you're adding new lore. I would be curious to go back and...
Are you entering question terrain or criticism terrain?
Question terrain more than anything. Maybe I don't have a direct criticism right now for the.
I do.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. Damn it. Have one. Let's fight. Yeah. It's always. I would. If anybody wants to comment and shouts out to Rosie over at the Patreon, I'm sure you would be a great person to put this list together for me. But like, I'm curious to have an amalgamation of all the things that the new series starting at Eccleston and beyond has added to the rules in the canon. I know that they recontextualized the 12 regenerations into a more unlimited thing. And now we have this bi-generation. I appreciate that they're not resting on the old lore. I think that's one piece of spot of friction that we run into with all of these beloved properties now is like, you can only change the lore in certain ways. And there's always going to be a grace with which you need to, proceed in order to do that. But I do appreciate that they are, not resting on, the old stuff. And as much as we do have a lovely boost of nostalgia in the circumstances here, it's also like, no, we're going to keep adding new ideas to what the lore can be and how it can work. And so, yeah, I'm still chewing and processing the bi-generation
Chewy.
as a, yeah, we're home. as a concept. But here and now, like at face value, I like it. You know, like it's. And that whole thing about like we thought this was a myth, you know, like the idea exists, or at least we've acknowledged in this episode that the myth exists.
Now we never have to say goodbye to any doctor.
That's the fear, and I mean there's already reasons why you don't have to say goodbye to any doctor because they can bring them all back somehow. But like
now we can just have a big cinema. Now we get a new doctor every episode.
Well, and I don't know what the context was, but and you know what though, part of me thought like maybe we talked about this at one point. I don't know, but like having a season where it's like a new doctor every episode would be great. Do it like the Daily Show trying to replace Trevor Noah, where they're like, we don't know what to do, so let's just get everybody. Like I think that would be fun. But yeah, like on the one hand, I could see it opening a door to like, well, then you can just always do this. You could just have infinite doctors, and it's like the Toymaker says, I could just do this forever and have a meadow of you. And I haven't read too far into it. I don't know what the plans are. I've heard Russel T Davies has aspirations to, you know, expand out the reach of what this universe can be, and certainly sending Tennant off like this, I think, is interesting because on the one hand, it's a really lovely bow on everything that he has done. If he never returned to the role after this, which I assume, even if they didn't Regenerate, I assume he would, at least in a small way, at some point. But in doing this, I feel like you have a nice resting point for him. It's the lovely thing the Doctor's never able to do. And with Tennant, we've certainly confronted a number of times where it's like, I'm not going to come in for dinner. I'm going to peace out. I'm going to do the Irish goodbye. And now he gets to have that lovely sort of rest with his, you know, chosen family.
That was the Easter egg.
Yep.
when he said you're not going to leave without saying goodbye.
Yeah.
That was the Easter egg.
Yeah, I tried to do that to Donna. That's fucked. It's messed up, man.
Well, no, when 15.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And he was going to do it too.
Yeah.
That's what you do, man. Yeah, see? And now Tennant's not going to do it now. And it's
no,
growth.
Man, he's not going to do it.
But also, at the same time, you're like, whoa, this does also give you a direct opening to have just 2 series. He's got a friggin' TARDIS of his... If they put him without his own TARDIS, I'd be like, yeah, the Doctor's going to live ostensibly happily ever after, or 14 is. Yeah. But on the other hand, I'm like, well, you can kind of do what you want. So it's conscientious in that they don't have to, but they easily can.
It's just a little... I guess my initial concern is it's a little... It's like an initial concern. It all depends on how they handle it moving forward. Mm-hmm. It's the way how people complain about anything with like Marvel or Star Wars. Like, God, let's let these characters die, you know? Mm-hmm. And the Doctor never dies. He's already immortal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, part of me is a little concerned of, is this too immortal now?
Sure, yeah.
I've already gotten on board with the immortality. Like, honestly... Timeless Child stuff did not really bother John and I. It didn't really bother me because I think we just kind of watched it as one binge.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone else kind of has like, I watch it and then I have a little bit of a breather and I digest it and absorb it. And especially for those who absorb Classic Who, I can understand.
I get what's not to love.
Yeah. I can totally get that. But in the immediacy of watching it, I remember being like, all right.
Interesting. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
You're clearly a special of some kind, even amongst a special race such as the Time Lords.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, whatever. I'll go on board.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of of the same mind, but I'm also weirdly more whereas like the Timeless Child, I think opened up. I can't remember what positive thing it opened up for me. Nor was I like a negative about it, you know?
Yeah.
And here, this at least opens up positive doors. Mm-hmm. And then it opens up doors of concern of kind of emotionality weight. Is really the only thing, right? Because it doesn't really make a difference. You know, because he still gets every new Doctor... The 16th, if it's a Regeneration instead of a Regeneration, they would still get the memories of 1 through 15.
That's the question, actually, is are they going to do it so that, and I've in the vague...
I mean, 15 has everyone's memories. 14 and on. 14 and before, doesn't he?
I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure. It certainly would seem as though, but part of me wonders if in splitting them apart and in restarting at Series 1 again, because they've said they're doing that. This is a new Series 1 with 15.
But to cut you off, I thought, to cut you off.
What?
To cut you off.
Oh, I was totally just talking. I had no idea you were even talking.
My days of saying, sorry to interrupt are done.
I'm going to cut you off. Take it or leave it, but I'm talking now. And I'll just turn your mic down if I have to. Sorry, what were you going to cut me off?
Oh, I don't even remember now.
It's okay.
I just wanted to make my joke.
It's okay. It was about 15. We were talking about 15, the memories.
Did I have an actual point?
I don't know. It sure sounded like you did.
Oh, I could think of one. What were we talking about?
We were talking about whether or not 15 has all the memories of the Doctors, which is a good question to ask.
Oh, to cut you off.
Yes.
Didn't they say with the Ninth Doctor, wasn't that a Series 1?
Yeah, that is, yeah, exactly. And that was a reboot of some kind. And I don't know. I mean, Eccleston certainly, as the Doctor, seemed to have some of the past traumas of being the Doctor. So I don't really know what the reboot means in a time where there hasn't been a massive break to come back from. And I wonder if, I don't know, it just makes me curious because what gets divided in the by regenerating and what gets changed. It's like, are they both 100% Time Lord, or is this something where, like, we had the thing with Tennant and Rose earlier where, okay, you have like human Doctor, which I get the circumstances were different for that, and you know, it's just a human version that can grow old, different thing. But at the same time, it makes you wonder, like, okay, is Tennant going to kind of carry on the memories, and maybe Gatwa will be the kind of a fresher slate than that, maybe? Or maybe not. I don't know.
Oh, I think that's way too much if they do that.
Okay.
See, that's the problem. Like, you got to think about if, like, when the bi-generation keeps happening, like, just the multiplication process of that.
Well, I think the key is to not do it much. I think the thing is they've set up a device that can work, but that you absolutely have to not get carried away with and not use as an excuse just to have fun all the time.
Oh, I think that's my question is when 15's tenure is done, and then we get to 16th, is it going to be a bi-gener? I mean, we won't.
I doubt that.
We won't. Okay, so you highly see. I was under the impression that that's how it's going to be from here on out.
I think that's just because this is a special with David Tennant.
Okay.
I think it's because of his legacy and of all the new Doctors. He is easily the one everybody corrals around and agrees on the most. I think if it was just, it's, you know, in a scenario where it's just 50, or if it was just Jodie Whittaker regenerating on her own and no special, I don't think that would happen so much, because I don't think there's as much of a reason to be like, now I'm excited about two Doctors I've never met before versus now I'm excited because one I love from before still carries on.
That's what was concerning me about emotional weight, because there's such a thing to saying goodbye, because when as an audience member you are saying goodbye to you're saying goodbye to the actor. Mm-hmm. And it feels like you are leaving someone behind as a character still.
Yeah.
Like when Whittaker left, or when Tennant first left, or whomever, when Smith first left, you feel like you are saying goodbye.
Eccleston.
Yeah. You feel like you are saying goodbye to this character still.
Yeah.
Even though the Doctor will carry on, you still feel like you're saying goodbye to this person.
And meeting someone new.
And I don't have that feeling now with Tennant.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, I could probably see him again, and now we're just going to focus our attention on someone else. And that feeling of saying goodbye is something that I hold kind of dear to the Doctor Who experience.
Yeah.
Of kind of putting some sense, even though it's like, I know they can come back in some special, or they can do something, right? Like, you know,
yeah.
there is a sense of
he's just out there
of something that feels a little more finite for a character who is infinite, you know?
Yeah.
I treasure that feeling, and I think that's an important feeling to maintain.
Agree.
And that's the concern about the bi-generation.
No, 100%. 100%.
You know, like I don't know how people might read into it as something else as a result of like the non-binary stuff that was, upsetting the world. If
enough people tweet about it, those folks will stop existing.
I will say, I think Russell, I will say, like Russell T Davies is writing, particularly in the first and third episode, when it comes to certain political statements.
He wants to let you know.
Oh yeah, he's like right wingers who listening to my thoughts.
My little anti-vax riff. Yeah. Here's my Twitter riff. Yeah, totally.
He does get very, very aggressive to the point where I'm aware that you are now writing a message. Like
I know that you want to rile up a certain group of people right now.
I completely get the sentiment of like I like it because it's just so freaking.
It's so bold-faced.
It's so on the nose.
It's so on the nose, but it seems clear that that's what it wants to do.
Yeah, it's so confidently on the nose.
Yeah,
that I don't mind it. Where I'm like. If it's one thing when you think you're being subtle, but you're not.
Yeah,
that's
totally.
when it annoys me.
Yeah.
Again, I liken it to Barbie, of like Barbie's so on the nose. But I'm like, but that's what it's about.
Part of the point.
That's what they're doing. And that's what I feel like I'm watching here with Doctor Who. It's like, I see what you're doing. Because you're making it clear, like, if we're gonna do it, might as well not as well go a little ham-fisted about it.
Yeah.
I will give it that, and that's my concern with the bi-generation. And my other question is okay, so when it comes to the face, I do think that if Eccleston was willing to come back, they would have brought back Eccleston. I weirdly feel like for the arc they set forward,
sure.
Although it's like you would need it for Donna. You would need it for Donna.
Yeah,
Rose already has her bi. But man, whatever
already
the
got
hell happened with Eccleston, you just get like these little nuggets that keep coming out. But I'm like, oh no, that real run is done when you get that.
Yeah,
when you get the Eccleston,
dude,
that's when it's really done. Because even though he's done, I think he's in like audiobooks or something.
Yeah, he's done some audio appearances.
Is it not audiobooks, but something? Yeah, some weird audio.
Some of those radio stories or whatever an audio play becomes in the modern time. Yeah, I think he's done some.
Yeah, when that to me would really feel like that is the end of the Doctor of that run.
That would be a big surprise. Yeah, because part of me is sitting here going, okay, when are we gonna get Matt Smith back at some point for a special occasion? When are we going to get Capaldi back at some point for a special occasion? And he's older, certainly. So, we got less time for that. But yeah, like with Eccleston, there's that back and forth of like, that there's certain friction. It doesn't seem like he's always the easiest person to work with on these things. I've heard him say that there was some conduct on set he wasn't a fan of. And I've also heard
Eccleston?
Yeah.
Oh, Eccleston is, he didn't like the little things have come out and you kind of just piece it all together over because he likes to like reveal a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
But yeah, he didn't get along with that all with the crew, and I think he wanted to work with Russel T Davies again, and I think that when it came time for Doctor Who time, they were not getting along. And then there's the other director too he wasn't getting along with.
Because I think in recent years he has kind of recanted a bit and been like, oh, I didn't realize exactly the mantle. In the time that I was stepping into the mantle, I didn't realize, kind of what that would mean and what it would mean to people and just how a different side of this apparatus operates in terms of the fans and the love and all that stuff. And so, like, part of me does hold out hope that maybe someday he could come back. And yeah, in a way,
he said he would come back if it was like a solo thing. He doesn't want to do a crossover.
Okay, I can from the amount I know about Christopher Eccleston, I can see that. It's like he would probably want to come back for some kind of special that he gets to do the heavy lifting for, and that like isn't Oh, it'd be a fun like few minutes of screen time with a bunch of other doctors. I gotta imagine. Yeah, he wants to really show up and act, which I'm happy with. I like his Doctor a lot, but I also like it to end the era and to reset the era. It would feel the fullest circle. And I guess it's just lucky that everyone loves Tennant so much because that works too. But yeah, I get what you mean. It's like,
well, I like Tennant more.
Certainly, I can't disagree. I as we have gone on, like, because I really like Christopher Eccleston. I have a soft spot in my heart for that Doctor. As being my first. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say that he's the best one of the new series necessarily because I don't think he was around long enough to really like hit that full-on stride, man.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I like what he did a lot. I like the flavors of his Doctor, but like you get to Tennant and you're just like, wow, there's just so much more time to spread out and really embody and inhabit this, and then Smith and Capaldi and blah, blah, blah. They just all feel like they lead into each other a bit more naturally than Eccleston into any of the rest of them.
Well, okay, so the Tennant comes back because what was the reasoning? Do you remember?
Well, that's
something about showing me something. I got so caught up in the bi-generation thing that I'm like, nothing else matters to me right now. I need to understand this bi-generation thing.
It was one of those emotions. I like that this season, or this trio of specials, has also had those emotional beats where at least Donna implies here that it's like, and she says it, and 15 also says it. It's like you're running ragged. Like you're stretching thin and you're exhausted, and maybe this is some sort of attempt to return to something warm and familiar and to find an old friend. And in that way, it's funny because it's like if you had Eccleston for these specials, or at least this special, and you have Rose, that makes sense because they are such an iconic duo in a lot of ways. But I think, like Doctor and Donna also makes beautiful sense. I think there are a lot of great companions, and you can talk all day about who's great and why, and why this might have worked with Martha or somebody else. But I think, like Catherine Tate being back with Tennant is such a lovely dynamic. They are a great set of characters, and I think it's that emotional thing of like, instead of it being some kind of grand trick or a master plan or a Toymaker plan, it's just some subconscious cry to get back to something warm and familiar, some kind of love, support, etc., and maybe actually take a load off and rest after all this.
Well, it seems like the only way he could have had the opportunity to slow down and Netflix and chill
and have a home of any kind at all.
It wouldn't be with any other companion. It would be maybe with Mel, because she's probably living in an old folks home with her $60,000.
She's got the support group. She's got the Yaz support group.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I didn't catch it at first, but she shows up in the support group at the end there of the Whittaker run.
Mel?
Yeah. She's not one of the main focus. Like, there are a couple other companions. One's called Tegan. I forget the other one's name.
Yeah.
She's not one of the two that's like on the adventure, but she's there at the end in that like roundup of companion cameos.
I like how they made justifications for why he was an old man when he was Capaldi.
Sure.
They did not make justifications for why he was a young, hot professor at a college university when he was Matt Smith.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm younger, baby. Botozic.
Cool. And now new season one, we're just going to spend all this time being like, I decided to be black.
Yeah.
You can choose.
That's why I chose a black face.
I chose to be a black. Open up some weird racial implications.
They really pick and choose when they decided to make something about the identity of appearance.
I mean, I think there's fun to be had.
I don't
there.
recall anything about like that's why I came as a woman.
Yeah,
I don't recall anything about that.
Well, because
we're just rolling with it.
There's little cause in culture currently to be like, why did I generate as a 30-something's white guy? Whereas like if it's a woman or if it's any other ethnicity or whatever, it's out of the ordinary.
Well, I can't wait to see 15 go to like time periods as a black doctor where it would be really hard to just kind of
Oh yeah,
You guys know where I'm going
everyone's
with
going to be racist all the time.
All the stuff Ryan's companion dealt with when they would go to certain eras.
Yeah.
Or Martha.
Yeah.
Or other black
Or
characters
Bill.
who would travel
Yeah.
with Doctor.
Sure. I mean, yeah.
He's going to have to experience that now.
Yeah, and I mean, it'll be interesting to see how it manifests when it's the Doctor and not like an alien race or
And
some
not
other
a
stand-in
companion
for or a
when
companion.
there's a white savior to save their black companion.
Where you got your white card
Now
to
it's
get
a
you
black
through.
savior.
Yeah, that's
saving
about
himself.
Sure, being free of all the bigotry, all the concern of other people's narrow-mindedness.
But it would be really interesting for Russel T Davies to write an episode similar to the Capaldi episode when he's like, why did I choose this old face?
Yes.
Why? For him to get so caught. Why did I choose this black face? Knowing that Russel T Davies.
Why did I choose this blackface? Oh. And then Russell T Davies is sitting there.
You can make a lot of commentary, man, but maybe you shouldn't do this, Russell T Davies.
Maybe you should let a black writer handle this episode.
Or, just like, let's not talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like that's always an interesting facet, and it makes me wonder again, like how much of that, how self-reflexive they're gonna go with the new iteration or not. Because I feel like that's always a part of it too. Is like every Doctor has some kind of torture, but some of them are more self-reflective than others.
Yeah, but as an episode as a whole, it was really fun. And I do agree. I think it should have been a little bit longer. Because like by the time it got to like, oh, he's gonna regenerate, I was about to be like, what? This
Are we done?
Fucking just came out of nowhere. What the shit?
And I like the game of catch, but it is a bit like, oh, and we're done. Oh, it just you threw the thing and he didn't catch it and we're done. Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah. So I did think that it was like, okay, now we're moving along. Like, we're moving through some like really quick, like the beats that you must go through for your regeneration or now bi-generation episode. Like you must go through those beats. But admittedly, I was like, this is happening kind of. I didn't really feel like we built to this moment at all.
This feels like a
feel
transition into something, a bigger finale or something. Yeah,
I think one thing too when it comes to regenerations or bi-generations is or any kind of new introduction. One thing I will hold dear is you kind of have to make the episode sort of feel like it's sort of about that or really building up to it in some way.
Yeah.
Even if it's not like the whole time they're just fighting against it, there's got to be some type of inkling of we are on our way to a goodbye.
Yeah.
And I think that would have sold the bi-generation moment even better if it was like, oh, we're building up. Oh, we're going to say, I have to say goodbye to Tennant one more time. Oh,
yeah.
This is going to be hard. Oh, what?
Not just, oh my God, is it already happening?
Yeah.
And then also on top of it's already happening, now there's like a whole new wrinkle of lore and it's double happening?
Yeah,
What's happening?
Yeah. I think that's why I mean, even though the Tennant thing was spoiled for us, that was impossible when it came from Whittaker to Tennant. Even that episode, I think that's why the impact was beyond just being Tennant coming back. I think that was another reason with the big impact was, all right, let's see what the new Doctor is after building up to it in this episode, knowing it's the final episode.
For now.
Yeah. But damn, man.
Dude, and apparently I didn't know this.
I don't like Whittaker a lot. I wish she would get more love. I thought she was great.
I would be really excited for whatever crossover event brings her back at some point. I think they should absolutely bring her back at some point.
Really did. She really took care of my mommy issues for me.
Right,
I felt like she was comforting me and giving me the nurturing I didn't receive growing up.
Was. Hey, respect. Jodie Whittaker was terrific in the role.
I know, and I also thought she was very physically attractive. So it really played on the Oedipus
complex. That's why I thought she was terrific in the role.
It really did play on my mother.
The hottest Doctor. One thing I learned, which I didn't realize, is that part of what enticed Russel T Davies back to this world was,
our reactions on Patreon.
Stream along events. Yeah, actually, there was like a big stream along event that somebody was doing during the pandemic that got like Stephen Moffat back on Twitter, and then Russel T Davies was like, "Damn, I gotta check this out too." And like, man, everyone's tuning in at the same time and doing this live watch along.
This shit.
People watch this shit and they do it together online.
What?
What?
This is
These are just, we were just making these for us.
All right, well, time to get some left agendas out there.
Yeah, that's what the internet loves. Yeah. Yeah, so stream-alongs, watch-alongs. We got Doctor Who. We saved Doctor Who or something. I don't know. I mean, I don't think Doctor Who really needed to be saved, but it needed to be saved from some tonal issues. But other than that, but yes, in closing, as long as they don't, I'll be happy with this stuff if they don't generate all the time, and if we don't see Tennant for a while. is kind of, I wonder.
I think every other episode should be Tennant.
Well, part of me wonders if they're going to use him as like a resource. Like, shit, we've run into a conundrum. Let's stop by, Chiswick and ask David Tennant.
And then, like, even with like the second TARDIS, I'm like, what? There's just some stuff. Oh, and the Master,
and he's in the gold tooth. That's
the
right.
Master's
Yes,
in the gold tooth.
And who grabbed the tooth?
Oh, dude, that was. I think it was.
Was it Kate?
Would it be Kate? Would you pull a maneuver like that?
Maybe too. Well, it certainly seemed like a sneaky thing, we gotta keep this tooth under lock and key.
We gotta go through everyone's hands and see the nail polish.
Yeah.
And be detectives.
Yeah.
Or we just wait for some other editor on YouTube to figure it out.
Like, it's definitely this hand.
Yeah.
If you look at this other shit from this episode and that episode.
We'll go, cool. Good to know.
The Masters.
Can't wait to see it.
Dude. And then we got Christmas in a couple of weeks. I'm excited to see.
I'm excited to spend Christmas with you.
I am excited to come here on Christmas
You'll be here
Day for
Christmas
Doctor
Day,
Who.
right?
I will be
I'll
here
work
Christmas
on the
Day.
edit and thumbnail.
And then you can edit it all day, and I'll sit across the room and be like, "You're doing great, man. You're killing the game right now."
And I'll be like, "No, you can't go back to your family. You have to keep me company while I work on Doctor Who."
Your gift to me is to be here for the next 5 to 8 hours while I edit and thumbnail and upload and assemble this for the people. It's red nail polish on those fingers. Who was wearing red? Well, Mel had red hair. Maybe she took it.
Oh my God!
Is it Missy?
Is the paraplegic woman?
Oh, that's right.
She rolled over there.
Maybe
no one saw.
Yeah,
no one would suspect me. I'm in a wheelchair.
Well, she can get out of the wheelchair here and there, so maybe it could be. I'm like, who else had red nail polish? Damn.
No,
I don't know. It can't be Donna. Donna becomes the new master. Master Donna.
Dude, is that who I think it is?
No, it's a random number.
Damn it.
Spam call, sorry. Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm going to be scrubbing for the next few hours for red nail polish. Any last thoughts?
Nope. I'm ready to go home now.
Yeah, we'll get out of here.
Alonzi.
It was a good episode. Liked it a lot. It was a great series of specials.
I can't wait to cosplay as 15.
Dude, you
just be in my underwear.
Get your underwear. I would be overjoyed if that's his outfit.
I think for the Christmas special,
you should just be.
That's what we should
underwear.
So we should just wear.
We should just wear tighty whitey boxer briefs and white button downs,
and then we'll double down and do blackface.
Yes, I think we should.
It'll be like, hey, if the Doctor can regenerate, why can't we?
Yeah, why can't we choose our face? I'll be the new Rachel Dolezal, baby.
I'm taking the right lessons, aren't I?
Yeah, this is the woke agenda they wanted to inspire in us, right? Yeah, you should do it. I mean, I'm down for the underwear bit.
See if
I'm down for the underwear lifestyle.
We might be able to just keep it going for all of 2024.
I'll have to do some squats in the meantime.
All right. Well, if you made it this far, hopefully, I don't know when we'll get that Christmas special to you guys. That'll be a while.
It'll be in February 2024.
Yeah, I might just catch up like right before the new season comes out.
Somewhere between Christmas and New Year, or maybe in the New Year. Who knows?
I'm gonna want a little bit of a break.
Yeah, you should take a load off Annie. If anyone on Earth deserves a few days off for the holidays, it's you.
Ryan Airy.
It's Ryan Airy. You don't do shit.
Yeah, I don't do anything, man. I'm
doing nothing.
All righty, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. Make sure to buy yourself a timey-wibly, whatever I called that shirt.
Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey, the Doctor's
I totally
Lexicon or
titled
whatever.
it, and I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, you gave it the longest title for a T-shirt ever.
Because it should be.
It should be. I think it's the wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey Doctor's Lexicon.
Like, TARDIS quotes. Gallifrey speak. And I was like, nah, let's go. Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey, Doctor's lexicon quotes.
Yeah, man, it's
It
good.
just makes them super, like, verbose.
It's whimsical.
Yeah.
The shirt is bigger on the inside. The name of the shirt is big, but you should see it on the inside.
How trippy of a shirt would that be?
That would be so
You put it on and you're like, what? It's so
Oh
big.
my God. I can keep
You take it off and it's just like a so small.
It's just
like,
small.
Like, how come every time I put it on,
It fits like an extra large, and yet it's a size small. Hey, this is great for shoplifting. Just whoop, whoop, whoop.
Maybe they should bring back James Corden.
They should bring, you know, if there's one place
one
I'd be
time
excited to see him.
One time people like James Corden was on Doctor Who.
Because it's just the right amount. It's just the right pitch.
And
of
he's
James
believable as that character. I never saw like, oh, I'm watching James Corden. I was always whoever that guy is.
Corden. Yeah.
Slacker. Not Slacker.
What's his name again? Yeah, but he's got the baby, and yeah.
Yeah, and the wife who never notices his absence.
Yes. Hey, man, now that we're back, maybe
Yeah.
Tennant can go see him, you know?
True.
Maybe he can surprise him and be like, hey, I know you spend more time with Matt Smith than me, but...
Hope everyone who encounters 14 now is like, you're really boring when we're not traveling. You just don't shut up.
Yeah. And
We
like,
know you traveled. Oh, take me. Oh, you won't take me? You just want to like get fat?
Yeah, you just want to sit here and eat and comment on the molecular construction of all the foods that we have on
Yeah.
hand.
Just order Postmates all day?
You just want to like scientifically break down all the regular aspects of our life for the umpteenth time.
That would be a fun episode if like he finally decides to see him and it's just like super fat.
He's just a busybody and he's
Yeah,
fat.
Donna's
He's
like,
just
we can't get him out of the house.
He won't stop watching the TV.
Yeah, you do like the classic bits where he's like he plays Xbox online in the TARDIS all day.
Yeah, oh my God. And he's got just like a mess of cables running into the TARDIS door, and just like a pathway of discarded chip wrappers.
It's hilarious. It's a consistently hilarious bit. I do not use that word
Fat
lightly.
Doctor.
You take character, make them fat, they play online. It's hilarious.
Yeah, and they get overly invested in it
every time.
Yeah, and then he's like, bitching out some kid, some
Oh
poor
yeah,
kid.
and he's got to have like a kid companion.
Oh sure,
He's got to have like
He's
a kid.
got a
He's got a
child.
child, teenage friend, the neighbor friend.
Yeah,
who comments
Who
on like
fixes
why
his
he's a loser,
Xbox.
but the kid never notices he's also a loser for hanging out with this like older adult loser. But he's a smart nerd.
Yeah.
Smart nerd child.
Yeah, and then
It's funny.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious.
It's always funny. It's always funny. It's always hilarious. And I
Dude,
hope they do it.
I want to see Adam Sandler's Doctor Who. It's gonna be good.
Is that what he does in That's My Boy?
No. Fine.
That was
It's
a
not.
hilarious movie.
It is
Johnny, I got a
funny.
way to go to, and I got to do some work.
Okay.
on my computer.
I'll stop holding us up here. Guys, leave a like. Let us know what you thought of these specials and what you're anticipating for the Christmas special.
Are you a fat gamer?
Are you a fat gamer?
You fat gamer with a beard, you should be working.
Comment below if you're a fat gamer.
Have you avoided your problems and your ambitions, and now you live a hilarious life of gaming, being
Of
fat.
stereotypes.
And now you're always like, Mom!
Mom, my Mountain Dew. My Mountain Dew, Mom. Get out of my room.
Bitch.
Get out of my room. I'm on a campaign, Mom.
It's hilarious.
We're doing a raid right now,
hilarious.
Mom.
Fat doctor.
Oh, yeah.
Fat doctor.
Fat doctor. There should be that's the next frontier is we need like a body positive doctor.
No one's gonna
It's
watch
like a
that,
big that's James Corden could be the body
No one's gonna
positive
watch it.
doctor.
No one's gonna watch it. Face it. No one's gonna watch it.
I will.
No one's gonna watch it.
I will. And then every episode is just
gonna
thinly
watch it.
veiled messaging about body positivity.
That's when these like rage bait YouTube channels are gonna be like, can I do thumbnails about this, or will I just look like I'm
just gonna look like an
fat shaming?
absolute bully. Well, because it's that's where I start to grow a conscience of maybe I should.
Maybe I'm just fat shaming.
Oh, damn. Which I mean, people are happy to do. It's kind of sucks. I feel like people are in.
I would totally watch an overweight doctor. I was totally kidding. I find that so relatable.
I would watch an overweight doctor, and I feel like if anybody gets mad about it, that's when the bubble will burst because people are like, we all agree that women don't belong on TV or black people, but like there are fat people everywhere. Like, who cares? Unlike women and black people.
All on beaties?
All in my tummy?
All on beaties.
Oh, I got you. It's the whimsy, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey diabetes. On beaties. Yeah. And the adipose can come back and save the day.
Oh, for sure, dogs.
It's going to be good. People love them. They got name checked here.
Oh, damn, dude.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not going to say who, but there's a buddies with Cosmic Wonder, and he did a video a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he's showing me about how this other channel that has a few million subs where people have been calling them out for a lot of plagiarism lately, how they did a video with a very similar title, and their thumbnail is almost the exact same thing.
So he's being plagiarized.
Can you guys guess which channel?
Oh, God.
Put it in the comments.
Oh, God, no. Who's...
We're going to do a Patron of the Day shout out.
Yay.
Take it away, John. What name do we got?
Hey, let's do the man, Chris Whamoff.
Chris Whamoff.
Yes.
You know what you're getting for Christmas this year? You're getting a checkbook to write us more money for our live streams.
That's right. Our official live stream executive producer.
Every month, you don't have to submit it to Streamlabs anymore. We don't have to do a live stream.
Just put it in the tube. Put the tube in the wall, and it'll go right to the bank.
Right to us. I've already filled out all the information for you.
Yeah.
All you got to do is sign it, date it, and boom, right to us.
Yeah.
Straight into the Wells Fargo account we go. No, for Christmas this year, you deserve a good one.
You should come to LA and take a tour of the luxurious Real Rejects studios.
Yeah, it'll be a great 2-minute
It'll be
visit.
like a good 20-minute visit.
Yeah, we'll really
It's 10
stretch it
times
out.
the visit you were
This
thinking of.
poster's from Star Wars. This poster's a Marvel poster.
This is an office chair we got for free.
This is where we keep the TV. No, I hope this Christmas you are able to enjoy your time with your fiance because he is engaged to a hot Filipino woman.
Oh, look out.
I know, man. That's right. Widen up that bloodline of hers.
Yes, dilute
to purity.
And sneak our white ancestry right in there.
Make it happen, man.
That's right.
That's how you get a Greg Alba.
Hey.
Yeah, you have whitewashed Filipino blood. It's very conflicting personality traits.
Italians got that, are in that in-between space where
Well,
you're
I don't know
got
what
that olive
Whamoff is.
skin. Oh, I mean, I assume it's some kind of Germanic, like Wamhoff.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, he's very anti-cliche Nazi German. He's in fact, he's quite the antithesis to it, my friend.
It would be a good cover though if you were a Nazi.
But Chris Whamoff, you are a sweetheart, and I hope
the sweetest one.
I hope. I don't know if you believe in Christmas, but if
you believe in all the good that Christmas is supposed to be about anyway, so I think it cancels out.
You've been our Santa, that's for sure.
You're Santa and Jesus all rolled into one.
1,000% been our Santa and our Jesus and our Godzilla all at once.
All at once, everything, everywhere.
Atomic
Wham
breath
off.
of gifts is what we're
Ooh.
I'll be like, oh my God, it's a gift.
Yeah.
And he's destroyed the city.
But it was worth it because it was cool.
Because I got a Walmart gift card.
We got some things. We got some stuff. Appreciate you.
Love you, Chris. Thank you for all you've been doing for us and for being just the ultimate support. And in all seriousness, I hope that you are able to have a great Christmas with your fiance.
Yeah.
And whoever else matters in your life.
And no one else other than those people.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.